What's up, guys? It's Lugo back with. I forgot to start the video. Flex Appeal episode 31. They had my primary push day. Start off with bench as usual. Uh, it honestly felt pretty good. I feel very strong. Oh, an update on the weight. I was 316.4.2 yesterday, which is down 18 pounds, I think, from when I started about 5 weeks ago, which is it's honestly kind of the not kind of it is the rate that I want to keep up, especially between my check-ins. I want to be able to drop a good amount, and my strength is still increasing, which is good. I'm getting strong at a fast rate still, and my body weight is slowly coming down. I want to be near by the end of September under 308, or not under 308, under 300. Ideally, right? So 16 from now until then is very feasible goal, and maybe even like in the 290s, like the mid 290s. But we'll have to see about that. To be honest, I'm setting very lofty goals because I really feel like I'm very locked in right now with my diet. I was just eating a bowl of lean beef chili that I happened to make in the kitchen, which it honestly took me like 10 minutes to make, and then I just put it in a little 2 quart slow cooker, which ended up overfilling because I made a grave mistake from some that I made this morning for my dad. I forgot that the can that I had used was diced tomatoes and green chilies. It was 10 ounces, and the can that I used to make my own was just petite diced tomatoes, which was an extra 4 ounces. So when I came to check it an hour later, it had overflowed, and I had tomato sauce on my counter, which is not a it's not fun. And then I also had to dump some sauce out because it was still too overfilled after spilling. But it's pretty good. I ended up burning my mouth quite a few times because I did not want to wait for it to cool down. And it's honestly pretty good to have a few recipes when you're losing weight. Apart from just like the low calorie, high protein stuff that people go on the internet and they use fat free of all this stuff, and it's like, dude, I'm not gonna use fat free cheese. It tastes like fucking donkey pubes. Like, it's fat free cheese will never be good to me on its own, right? You have to mix it with something. It's just not good. I'll eat fat free yogurt and other fat free stuff, but fat free cheese is just something that I'm not gonna compromise on. I'll drink fat free milk because I do like milk. But yeah, I mean, and I just like, in terms of recipes, I don't just mean like I said, the recipes that you find online with all these 20 ingredients. I'm talking about like stuff that's just basic, chicken thighs with some sauces, with baked, grilled, ground beef in plenty of different ways, burgers, how I made it chili, um, maybe like a meatloaf or something, stuff like that. That's very simple, and that you can set it and forget it for like an hour or something for it to cook. Because to me, I've always found that the most sustainable in terms of being able to have reliable meals, for, not only for weight loss, but like even just for building muscle. And then on top of that, having those meals, but also having fallback plans. Like, I always try to keep something in the freezer that is decent macros that I can eat at a you know within 20 minutes I eat it and it's good. And you can either do that if you if you're not lazy like me, you can prep it, but most of the time it's like just bare chicken strips or any other frozen high protein meal, maybe pancakes or something. Anything that really can be whipped up fast when I'm hungry and don't want to put in a lot of effort while I wait for my next meal. I think that these tips are something that helped me more than anything. That I was like, dude, I just gotta stop complicating it and trying to make all these different recipes because really it's exhausting. You know, they're good. Don't get me wrong. Like these super complex fit recipes that people make. It's just like, man, sometimes you just gotta do the basics and just really stick to them and just focus on making those taste really good. And I think a lot of the thing is like people don't season their food well, and they're afraid of sodium. And I've heard this a few times in the last few days where it's like, bro, people are so afraid of sodium. It's mind boggling. But if you're somebody that's going to the gym, you know, sweating a good amount, like a lot, it doesn't your sodium intake is quite irrelevant as long as you're not fucking, you know, just punching back tablespoons of salt. Like you're not gonna have too much sodium in your diet as long as you're drinking water and going to the gym. I think people really underestimate the amount that they need, or maybe overestimate. I guess I don't know. I just don't. I don't see it. You know, I've always had a good sodium intake, salted my food quite well, and I've never had barring when I've been fat. Like right now, I've never had a BP problem. I mean, it runs in the family, so maybe when I'm older, just by default. But who knows? But that's pretty much it, guys. If you enjoyed, consider leaving a like, comment, or subscribe. And I'll see you tomorrow for. Fuck, I go do legs tomorrow. Dude. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow for legs. Thanks for watching.